Welcome to Shifting Out Loud with Shannon and Lena, where we incorporate connections, creativity, and commitment in our community through conversation. We make real connections and topics that need to be addressed, using creativity to educate and commit to making our community better through this process. So today we are back with episode 2 of our Hormone series. If you haven't had a chance to check out our first one, feel free to go on to YouTube, check out our first episode on dopamine. Today we are talking about serotonin. So we're just going to start off by kind of letting you guys know what serotonin is and what role it plays in our body.
All right, how are you today, Shannon?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. All right, so yes, let's start off with serotonin is a chemical that the body produces naturally. It typically deals with the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord that produce the serotonin. And the serotonin helps regulate attention, behavior, and body temperature. Serotonin plays a key role in body functions such as mood, sleep, digestion, nausea, wound healing, bone health, blood clotting, and sexual desires. So, together with the neurotransmitter dopamine, is dealing with that desire for sex. All right. So, like we talked about, it really is the more we go, it's almost like a puzzle piece
Yeah,
fitting together. So,
right.
serotonin and dopamine are the yin yang twins of the body for sexual desire. And if you don't know who yin yang twin, you have to research it. I'm old enough. Okay. All right. Moving on. Yes. So, that is what it is and the functions of it. So it plays a really important part in the body. Most of it I thought was interesting that most of it was actually found in the gut. And a lot of times, and if you've known videos in the past, the whole nine, we talked about, there's so much that goes on in the gut. The gut is like the second brain.
Right.
Right? It controls a lot. It won't be the first time you heard it. It will not be the last time you hear it. But most of it is found in the gut. And so from there, I don't know if you want to talk as far as, the nerves dealing with the intestines and producing it, or where do you want to go from there?
So first, I just want to say I didn't realize serotonin did all of this stuff, right? So
Important thing.
again, we always hear about it just like a hormone, and we don't think that it plays this big of a role or this much of a function in our body. And now we're, through research, which we've used the Mayo Clinic, the Cleveland Clinic, Mental Health America, and several other credible sources. And we
Yes.
found out that serotonin regulates digestive process, blood flow, and breathing. I'm like, wait a
Isn't that
minute.
crazy?
Nobody told
Breathing.
no.
Nobody told me nothing. I know.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we actually found too that there's the serotonin syndrome, which I've never heard of, right? Have you heard of that before?
I had not.
Yeah, so
I had not.
a serious drug reaction caused by buildup of medications that give you high levels of serotonin in the body.
Yeah. So I'm getting with that when we were doing the research, what I'm getting from that is almost like sometimes we like to try to mix medications, and it's important that we don't
Yeah,
because if we do, if someone is or experiences what we're going to go into with the serotonin syndrome, like it is life threatening. So it's
yes,
not as simple as, oh, I mixed a supplement and this drug or prescription drug or what do you call it? Recreational drug. It's just the mixing of different things. And it's
right,
not like I mixed it and got a tummy ache. It's like I mixed it. You're going to have, if you having these symptoms, like get to the hospital yesterday.
right.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's get into it.
All right.
Let's look. Go ahead.
So, some signs and symptoms of serotonin syndrome. The first one is agitation and restlessness. So, and I can see that my understanding is that you have high levels of serotonin in the body, and serotonin, to my understanding, I always previously prior to this research, you said serotonin to me, I think of relax. I think
Yeah,
of you know,
to go to sleep. Go night night.
right?
Yeah.
So, agitation and restlessness makes sense. You have high levels of serotonin in the body. You know, can't sleep like you probably want to, but you can't because
It's
your
too
level
much.
Right. Confusion, rapid heart rate, and high blood pressure.
Those palpitations, people were like, my heart feels like it's racing or it's about to jump out of my chest, those type of things. Yeah. I found it interesting, dilated pupils, because that is like drug
Right.
use. I was like, oh, Lord. Dilated pupils, loss of muscle coordination and or twitching muscles, high blood pressure you mentioned, and then muscle rigidity, and
Mm,
that's more of like they're stiff. They're
yeah.
really stiff, right? Is that
Mm,
correct? Okay. The severe and life-threatening part, I'll name the first: high fever and tremors.
okay.
I mean, you haven't had tremors and you don't usually shake.
Right.
Don't take it lightly, because the tremors, it says also seizures,
Yes.
irregular heartbeat, and unconsciousness.
Mm,
Like, can we not get to unconscious
right.
before we want to do something? Like, we're giving you
Right.
sound symptoms: high fever, tremor, seizures, irregular heartbeat, unconsciousness, drugs and supplements that could potentially cause serotonin syndrome. And we'll name a few. And like we said, we'll also put the sources in so you can do your own research. But we're going to run through a couple. You want to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So antidepressants
Mm-hmm.
such as Celexa, is that how you say that one?
Yep. Which is
Um,
citalopram. Yep.
okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then Prozac, I know I've heard of that a lot. So
Yes.
Lexapro, I've heard of that.
Yep.
Also, and Zoloft, those are some common ones that I've heard.
And Paxil. I've heard
Okay.
of that. Paxil as well. Yep. Um, what about so what were those antidepressants you
Yeah.
said? Okay. And then there are non-epinephrine inhibitors, which are still antidepressants, but in a different class of them, if you will. It's Prestique, Cymbalta, we've heard that,
Yeah.
Effexor, XR. So those are a couple from that standpoint. Now you'll go into things like Wellbutrin, and Wellbutrin is usually an antidepressant, and also it's sometimes used for people that want to stop smoking. But yeah, an antidepressant also. What
And
about
that just so you said that now, because of the simple fact that you're trying to quit smoking, then it's almost like it's trying to like a calmer or, trying to
yep?
relax that you don't desire the tobacco addiction or whatever.
Because the medicines are dealing with symptoms, not to cure a thing. It's dealing with
Right,
the symptom of, yeah.
right, right. And
What
then
about some? Oh, go
it's
ahead.
pain
I'm so sorry.
medications. I think we were going the same route.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pain medication. So, different opioids, hydrocodone,
Mm.
that's big.
But let me tell you, hydrocodone will play with your brain anyway. If
Right.
you've ever had something, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but if you've ever had something or been around someone that has that like codeine in it, it will make you hallucinate if you ain't ready. You a baby with drugs, like you a baby and don't take stuff.
Hmm.
Codeine ain't where you want to be.
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But then you have people that have been on pain medicines and stuff, and their body just can take it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be in a padded room. Let
Yeah.
me
I have
stop.
I have tolerance myself. So yeah.
Man. Okay. So you said codeine. I'm gonna another one I found was fentanyl.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Oxycodone.
Mm.
Baby, all the odones. Be careful. Tramadol. That's a
I've heard of that.
pain medication. It can also be like an injection for like pain, also like trigger points and things like that. But this is interesting. So we went through antidepressants. So, actual medications and prescription drugs down to pain medications. But what shocked me were the herbal supplements.
Yes, I saw that and I was like, huh?
Uh-huh. St. John's wort,
I've never.
ginseng, and ginseng is like ginkgo biloba. Like, they were taking it for the mind.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
something you take for the mind. So ginseng, and then nutmeg. I was
No,
confused on that.
I'm scratching my head on that one. There.
I was like,
My sweet potato pie.
But life is a classroom and we learn something new every day.
Right.
So here we are. And I guess it because it is used for the brain and to help with like memory care,
Mm-hmm.
it would make sense that it would play. So
Yeah.
I can see it from there.
Right.
What else you have?
So then we had some over the counter medications. So like
Mhm.
cough and cold medications. So Delsum,
I know too well.
I don't think I've ever taken.
I gave it to my children. It was the quickest way to knock stuff out.
I mean, who knows, you know what I'm saying? But as an adult, I have never.
Hmm.
But,
Hmm.
when I was younger, unless it was in, my mom used to give me try a minute. I don't know if it's.
It's in the family. It's in the family. Yes. Sorry, I laughed. That was a memory, a conversation we had. So moving on. Yes, and then anti-nausea medications. The only one I realized or recognized on the list, there was a couple: Sencuso, Sustol, Reglan, but Zofran.
So, friends.
First thing they try to give you if you're nauseous in the
Yeah.
hospital. Yeah. All right. What problems are associated with low serotonin levels?
So because we already talking about what serotonin does for us is normally like a relaxant, right? Um,
Hmm.
so low levels of serotonin can lead to depression problems and anxiety. I'll just couple those together. So that's the first set of things that may be associated with it. And then it goes into sleep problems too.
Sleep problems, digestive problems, suicidal behavior, even post traumatic stress disorder.
Mm,
Again, going back to that gut and it being that second brain. So,
right.
there's, like I said, we'll post the links for you to do your own research. We're just trying to give awareness. What about if, go ahead, we found something else interesting about mental decline.
Oh, yes. Because serotonin plays a role in learning and memory, so there have been studies that have showed not having enough can cause you to have memory problems or problems processing things that are happening around you. So, like people with Alzheimer's and dementia, they usually do have extremely low levels of serotonin in the brain based on research. So I thought that was very.
Yeah, because we were talking, it was like, well, all the diagnosis, like, are we really dealing with some of the diagnosis? Could it be something as simple as getting a hormone panel and
Right.
checking levels of things to see kind of what's going on? So,
Yeah, and I think that's key because that's not something we learn to do. Coming up when you have appointments, you just think hey, lab work was done. Surely, if something's wrong, gonna come back. But we don't always know what's being checked.
mm-mm.
Don't always know what to ask for.
You have to be your own advocate. You have to do your own research. Like, there is hands down, you have to. You got to do your own research and you got to be your own advocate with stuff like this. So no one knows your body like you. Your doctor, if you're getting a physical and you only going for a physical, you only seeing this man or this woman one time a year. I'm gonna leave it at that. You've been with your body 365 days. All right, moving on. So, what can we do to increase serotonin levels? Because there's some stuff that we can do naturally. Of course, always seek, if you feel like there's a big problem, we're not doctors, we're just giving information. Seek advice from your physician. But what are some things we could do on our own?
So I like this question simply because serotonin is supposed to be something that's beneficial for us. So again,
Mm-hmm.
like when we talked about dopamine, it's all about balance. Having too little or too much can
Mm-hmm.
take away what it's really supposed to be doing for us.
But
One.
let's add really quick, I'm sorry, that it is beneficial and we can make it.
Yes,
Our bodies can make it.
right.
So
So
how we make
how we can make it benefit us? One of the ways is I'm gonna say getting more sunlight. I'm gonna let you tackle that other one. So getting some more sunlight. So I think that's a good one. And it
it?
makes sense because people have talked about seasonal affective disorder during
Mm-hmm.
like the time of the year we're getting ready to go into. Right, not as much sunlight, so a lot of people end up getting like the sense of depression, right? And
Yeah,
so what
yeah.
they tell people to do, and what I've been hearing is
Mm-hmm.
up your vitamin D, and things
Yes.
like that. So sunlight is a good way to increase serotonin levels. You want to add to that?
Sure, like I've experienced it and didn't know what it was, but then it became a thing where it was like, okay, it is literally happening only at this time of the year.
Right.
So it came off with like, there was a hint of it, and it was vitamin D, and sure enough, vitamin D levels were low,
Mm-hmm.
and I needed to go out and get some sunlight. And so the funny part now is that I'm all about boots and cardigans. Fall, I'm like, pep it up, get outside. And so, another thing is eating more tryptophan containing foods. And tryptophan is like that. It is that thing that relaxes you. And it's funny because the first thing I think about is Thanksgiving. And turkey has tryptophan. You know
Okay.
how you eat a good Thanksgiving plate and
Yeah.
you feeling
You
tryptophan?
good.
You feeling lovely.
Relax.
I need a nap. This is what we call it anyways. But yes. And then the certain supplements would be the vitamin D, like you
Mhm.
stated. And then guess what? Because it all boils back down to diet and exercise. Getting more exercise, lowering your stress level.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. It's crazy. The simple things, like you were talking about before, or we've had conversations. We're children. We didn't have to go through all that. We were outside playing.
Yes. All the
We
time.
were outside getting sunlight. We were outside until the sun went down, if you will. So there were things that we didn't have to really fight with. And like the turkey is on the list, the many foods or foods that contain, tryptophan naturally, which is amino acid from which the serotonin is made from, is stuff like salmon, eggs. Now cheese, I don't know the specifics, but it says cheese, turkey, and tofu. So even if you don't eat meat, tofu
Mm.
is an alternate. Pineapples,
Yes. I love them.
nuts, oats, and seeds. So sunlight, we talked about exercise, we talked about, and anything else you want to add? I thought it was really interesting. I'm just wondering now, I think the next episode, I'm just wondering if that one is going to be another puzzle piece.
I'm sure it will be. I think it's
I'm interested. I'm interested.
finding.
Yes.
I think the key is that, while our body, there's a neurotransmitter and our body can naturally do this, we can also increase it by doing natural things on our own.
Yes.
I think that's the key thing is, hormones is a big thing. And that's why we wanted to do this series. I'm loving it. I'm loving what we're learning about it. And I hope you guys are getting something out of it. But
Absolutely.
like I said, we're gonna post the sites that we use. So if you want to dig deeper, you're more than welcome to. And if you
We're
haven't
not
seen
making stuff
stuff,
up. It's
if
out
you
there.
haven't seen episode 1, go check us out on YouTube. Like,
Mhm.
comment, share with somebody you know, subscribe because we're gonna be putting some more info out there.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give them. So we've done dopamine. We
Right?
know dopamine now fits with serotonin. They have to work together to get good results from certain things.
I don't mean to
Go ahead.
cut you
No,
off.
go,
This
go, go.
serotonin also works along with melatonin. I read that in one of the documents as well. So you know how your melatonin is supposed to increase at a certain time of day, so it can mess
Yes.
with your your sleeping rhythm and everything like that if your
Yeah.
serotonin is right because it'll affect how much melatonin you have as well. So they just
The body is a beautiful system, and I don't know who would not think it was made from that. God himself did not make
right,
this and think everything through in such an intricate way. There is no man on earth
right.
that could have put this together, because the best computer right now, IT say what? Restart, reboot. You know what I mean? Too
Yeah,
complex. It's a beautiful thing. So we have
yes,
talked about dopamine. We talked about serotonin tonight, and now we're going into endorphins.
yes.
Let's see how that plays. So stay tuned for next episode when we talk about endorphins. Other than that, please, yes, if you know anybody that could use this information, please share and have them like and share. And please subscribe to our page. Our YouTube page is Shifting Out Loud with Shannon and Lena at Shifting Out Loud. And let us know what you think. Let us know what you found out. Let us know if any of this resonates and in the comments. And other than that, we will see you next time when we're talking about endorphins. Have an amazing day.
All right. See